on the mat. How we can be just like training on the mat? As I told you, like in most of the racket sport, footwork is very, very important. See, imagine a child when a child is like just like born. Normally when it is not, you can't understand it. When it is going to be crawling, and if you're going to be just like showing some things to the child, see for example, if you're going to be just like showing a toys, or if you're going to be just like showing any of the um, things like what it want to eat and like everything, it will be trying to just like smile and it will try to just like not just like move. Once the same child starts walking, if you're going to keep that toy, or like if you're going to be just like you're going to be just like shifting it for like running. So like running, you know that like it's going to be shifting of the body weight from like one leg to another leg. Okay, with the rhythm of showing movement, any of and and a similar pattern, which need to be just like increased time to time, depending upon your fitness level and also your lung capacity, like how much oxygen you can be just like breathing in, like everything. So when you're going to be taking on with runners yoga, when you want to just design postures for a running, you need to be understanding that like a lot of balancing postures, individual balancing postures, because you'll be just shifting your body weight from one leg to another, like Vrikshasana, you can be just like doing it off. Garudasana, can be just like going for it. Natarajasana, you can be just like going on it. And like Vrikshasana, like all these type of postures, like what happens, the balancing postures, which is going to be from one leg to other leg. Okay, this can be giving a good balancing position to your body, and also when you're going to be just like running, your body knows how to stabilize the body weight from one leg to another leg. So the running can be just like made more easier. And like what is the combination of the breathing you need to, when you are going to be just taking on with the pranayama, what is the breathing we can be just like getting on with it? For running, normally you need to be just like having on with like Ujjayi pranayama. Try to just like do a lot of Ujjayi pranayama. And like Nadi Shuddhi pranayama, we need to be just like going with the holding it. That is like we need to be just like doing it off. Like for example, like take it off like Kumbhagam, like Nadi Shuddhi combined with Kumbhagam. For 8 seconds, if you're going to be just like breathing in, try to hold the breath for 32 seconds inside. And like try to breathe out for 16 seconds and don't take in the breath for 8 seconds. So this is like half matra, like a half round. It will be just almost coming for 1 minute, 4 seconds. What I just like told the ratio, like 8 seconds breathing in, 32 seconds holding the breath inside, 16 seconds breathing out, and like for 8 seconds again, don't breathe in. Like that from left to right and right to left. If you're going to be finishing like one round, it will be almost taking like 2 minutes, 8 seconds. So you can just like see that in this, like you'll be just like building up your lung capacity. Simultaneously, you need to be just like combining this pranayama technique with like Ujjayi. So Ujjayi, you will be breathing in through your nose. When you're just like breathing out, try to pressurize your throat and breathe out slowly. Okay. This what happens is like it can help you to hold a lot of oxygen content in your lungs, and like it when you're going to be running, you need to be just like having the oxygen content in your body, because like blood carries oxygen throughout your body, so that no muscles is going to be getting fatigued. Okay, no muscles is going to be getting fatigued, so that like we need a lot of oxygen to the lungs. So Ujjayi will be helping you to just like get on with the oxygen supply to your lungs and like everything. And Kapalapati, Kapalapati and Bastrika can be used for warming up in all the sport. Any sport you just like do. It's not only going to be for running, cricket or like anything. You can be just like using Kapalapati and Bastrika for like warming up. And for cooling down in a sport, we can be just like using, you can be just like using the Sheetali and Sheetgari for like cooling down pranayama. So these two pranayamams will be just like giving a very good effect to the muscles, where like the muscles will be just like getting relaxed, and like the lactic acids from the muscles can be just like completely like spread out, so that like you won't be just like, you will be just like getting recovered faster, and like you won't be having the cramp in your body. And when you want to just like relax yourself much more deeper and like everything, you can be just like using, you can be using the pranayamams such as like the Shanmughi pranayamam. So Shanmughi pranayamam, I'll just also show you the Shanmughi pranayamam, how to just like do it. Shanmughi pranayamam and like Brahmari pranayamam. These two pranayamam will be helping you to just like calm down, and also the muscles in your body try to just like get relaxed, and like the vibration, especially when you're going to be doing a Brahmari pranayama, you'll be just like having a vibration in your body, which like when you go for 6 to 8 rounds, the Brahmari pranayama, the vibration in the body gets very good results. And like this I have just like used on the Olympians and the world champions. Okay, like Sindhu, Saina, Srikanth, and everyone is just like trained. And like normally, like when we want to just like relax them, or when we want to just like get ready for the next day, even we normally make them to just like do a lot of Brahmari and Shanmughi pranayama. Where sometimes when they're doing Shanmughi pranayama, automatically they just like get a lot of sleep also immediately, and like everything. So just getting on with the next one, like when you going for like golf and yoga, like you know that like golf, when we just like see it from outside, it is going to be a very simple game. It's a standing ball where you're going to be just like hitting with a club. But trust me, when you're going to be just like going and hitting a standing ball with a club, it's not so easy. Some of them they can't even just like touch the ball. So there is certain stance like what you just like have in golf. So with that stand only, we can be just like hitting the ball. That stance, it is like somewhat similar to our Utkatasana. We won't be going like so much lower in like golf, like Utkatasana, but like just almost closer to a Utkatasana. With a, if you're a right-hander, you'll be just like having your right leg in the back. If you're going to be a left-hander, you'll be just like having the left leg in the back. That is like the club usage will be just like from right to left for a right-hander, and the club usage for the left-hander is going to be from like left to right. So this, it just like happens in this way. So the standing, that is addressing the ball in golf, they call it as like addressing the ball. To stand there, at least like you need to just like hold your body position for like 3 to 5 seconds in a very stable position to hit the ball. So and also the rotation of the trunk, okay, your iliopsoas and your abdomen, your core muscles does a lot of work in the golf. When you just like see it off, these muscles will be just like working, especially the rotation and the extension of your rotatory cuff of your shoulders, lower back, and your trunk. These muscles all will be need to be just like getting trained. So when you want to design a yogic posture for certain game, first you need to be understanding what is that game, like what are the muscles which is involved in that game. Okay, what is the pace of the game? Okay, and like what is the, we will be just like getting it in between the points or like in between the scores. So these are all the ideal things what you need to be just like understanding before designing any postures for yogic postures for a it can be a sport. So from this, what we can be just like doing it off is we'll just like take like one sport. So I'm a badminton player, I'll just like try to just like give a little bit more deeper understanding on that game and like everything. 21 points. Okay, so in between points, like you'll be just like hardly having like maybe like 10 to 15 seconds. Like maybe you can just like walk on the court, you can just like take the shuttle and just like put it to the opponent court and like everything. So it will be hardly, you'll be just like having 10 to 15 seconds period. And badminton is one of the fastest game. The reflex and reaction need to be just like fast. So for these type of games, like the pranayama, like what we can be just like using it for warming up, it can be like Kapalabhati and like Bhastrika, we can be just like using for warming up. And like when we are going to be just like having a dynamic warm up for this game, we can be just like taking like sun salutation, Surya Namaskaram, can be just like going on with a little bit faster pace, so that like in the linear ways we can be just like stretching the muscle. And like you need to be just like getting on with a lot of twisting postures before you're going to be just like getting in the court. Let it be like Ardha Machindrasana or Vakrasana, or like it's going to be like the Abhrishtakonasana, like these type of like twisting postures. Try to just like get it off before getting inside the court. This type of postures, when you're going to just like practicing and just like going inside the court, your reflex and speed will be automatically faster in the court. Okay, and like in between the points, if you're trailing on the points, or like if you're going to be get stressed or you're going to be getting tensed, Ujjayi Pranayama is the best one to just like calm you down inside the court and to just like get refocused in the quote again. Okay, Ujjayi Pranayamam can be just like used. And after when you just like finish the game and you want to just like come and just like stretch out completely, you can be just like using of the splits, Paschimottanasana, Janasarasasana. Again, Ardhamachindrasana can be just like going on with it. And using the Ujjayi Pranayamam can be just like used. Shitali and Shitgari Pranayamam can be just like used. Okay. And Vajrasana. Okay. Vajrasana is the Vajrasana and the Sarvangasana. These two postures are the best one to recover after any games, which is like more fatigue and tiring. Try to do Vajrasana for like 4 to 5 minutes, and like with the combination of Sarvangasana for another 2 minutes, you can just like see that like your lower body will be just like completely becoming rushing completely towards your upper body, especially towards your heart and the head, which can be just like giving you, which can be revitalizing you for the next day game and like everything. I think I'm just like running out of time, sir. So practicals, can we just like go now, or like we are running out of time?
Sir, take another 2 or 3 minutes, sir.
2 or sorry, sir. I'll just like explain it out. Maybe like I'll just like send you like videos or like what is like everything. What I work with the Indian team and like everything for like.
Okay.
Like, just like send it and that. So like they will be understanding, because time was like too short. I'm not able to just like get inside practical. My son is also very okay. Thanks a lot. I'll just like send you the videos for like what I explained and like everything for the golf yoga, for the badminton yoga, and like the runners yoga and like everything. You can just like have a look on it and like just like practice it. Any doubts or like anything is just like there. Always like I'm available in Maruti College. Thanks a lot. Nice meeting you all. Have a wonderful 7th International Yoga Day. Thanks and namaste.
Thank you very much, sir, for your wonderful presentation. Really, we are fortunate to have you on this afternoon session. On behalf of our Maruti College of Physical Education, we express our special thanks to you for having come over here through online in spite of your busy schedule. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Now the next session is Dr. Mrs. S. Selvalakshmi ma'am, who is at present working as assistant professor and head of the department, in charge Department of Yoga, Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University. She is well-known personality in the field of yoga. For the past 20 years, he is working in the Department of Physical Education as well as yoga. She has completed her BPS, BPEd, MPEd, MPhil, PhD, MS Yoga Therapy, MSc Psychology, PG Diploma in Yoga, PG Diploma in Thirumandiram Valviyalum. Such eminent personality we are going to have in the next session. She was the gold medalist in MPEd as well as MPhil during the year 2000 and 2001 to 2002. During her MPEd as well as she got gold medal, and she has cleared NET exam, UGC NET exam in physical education during the year 2001. Working experience, she is working as assistant professor in Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University, Department of Yoga from 2007 to till date. At present, he is holding the additional charge as head of the department in charge from 2018 to till date. She worked as a lecturer in OMCA College of Physical Education from 2002 to 2006. Served as a deputy warden in Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University. Served as sub-warden in OMCA College of Physical Education. Served as NSS coordinator of Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University. Guiding experiences, she has guided 4 PhD awarded, 4 pursuing 4. MPhil more than 75 MPhils he has produced. Physical education 14, MSc Yoga and MSc Yoga Naturopathy, MSc Yoga Therapy, MPEd, totally more than 300 theses have been produced by her. Really very good, eminent researcher in the field of yoga as well as physical education. She has received many awards: Yoga Molar, Yoga Charani, Yoga Sironmani, Yoga Chammal, Yoga Samrat, Yoga Ratna, excellence in teaching higher education, distinguished researcher in yoga, Siranda Penmani, Golden Women, Yoga Jodi. These many awards have been received by Dr. S. Selvalakshmi. At present, he is working as head of the department. Sports achievements, he has represented Tamil Nadu and Tamil Nadu twice and Pondicherry state hockey teams, represented University of Madras hockey as well as football team, represented Andhra Pradesh state handball team, South Zone Championship, members in professional bodies, life member of National Association of Physical Education and Sports Sciences, NAPIS, Vice President of Tamil Nadu Women Yoga Association, Chennai, Chairman Technical Committee of Tamil Nadu Yoga Olympian Association, Chennai, Board member of International Journal of Recent Research and Applied Studies, Board member of Journal of Yoga, Physical Education and Traditional Medicines, member in Board of Studies from for various universities as well as colleges, subject expert in doctoral committee for various scholars in Physical Education and Yoga department, Inspection Commission member, Tamil Nadu Physical Education approving distance education study centers, organizing experiences, served as coordinator for Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University Rolling Trophy and Intercollegiate Coco Tournament, served as coordinator for many national and international conferences, seminars, workshops, and yoga, served as chairperson in national and international conferences, seminars, served as coordinator for 5 International Day of Yoga celebration from 2015 to 2019, served as organizing secretary for 1 national workshop with 450 participants, research experience, published 3 books, book chapter 1 with ISBN, articles published in international and national journals more than 35, papers published in national and international conferences and seminars, proceedings 10, international conferences and seminars 20, 30 national and international workshops attended, written lesson materials for various distance education school courses of Tamil Nadu Physical Education Sports University, invited talks, had given invited lectures in various institutions, yoga and related topics, had given speech in DD, Pudhai TV and on the topic of Magalir Yoga, had given speech in Channel 24 YouTube channel on yoga, question paper setter and examiner for various universities and colleges. Really, we are happy to invite Dr. S. Selvalakshmi Madam, who is always supporting us whenever we are organizing any kind of conferences. If we invite her immediately, she is ready to accept our invitation and be with us and help us in various aspects regarding our college programs. Really, we are fortunate to have her in this evening session. We welcome you, ma'am, and the scientific session is going to be handled by Dr. S. Selvalakshmi. Madam, you may start now.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for your, it is not a brief introduction, it is a detailed introduction about me. I think, you have taken my time, sir. Thank you so much for your wonderful words, which encourages me. But anyway, all participants, I could not see except Maniandan sir and Amudan sir, nobody else I could see. And don't be tense that I will never take up 1 minute more than what I have been given. So I have been given 2:30 to 3. I'll be sharply winding up my session by 3 o'clock.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's going to be the session on, as the conference it is titled. Before I would like to show my gratitude because since it is running short of time, I forget to show my gratitude to the management of Shri Mardi College opportunity. My heartfelt gratitude to the management, staff and students of Mardi College of Physical Education. With this, knowingly or unknowingly, the conference title, they have framed a very unique title. Nobody would have thought about it. Simply, it would have been on yoga, its importance, or it goes like this. Since it is to celebrate the Yoga Day, Generally, we have getting a lot of brochures which shows that the workshops or webinar on yoga and its related thing. But nobody has thought of comparing or to bring out the uniqueness of or the need of modern science also. Because it is very essential that generally we will take up, it's a human nature, isn't it? It's a human nature that when we are attached to something, we will go in a one track, whereas we will leave the other one. நம்ம தமிழ்ல சொல்லுவாங்க ஏறினதுக்கு அப்புறம் ஏனிய உதச்சு தள்ளுறது அந்த மாதிரி எல்லாம் நம்ம சொல்லுவோம் நிறைய. அதாவது now we have seen a lot of benefits or lot of the importance of yoga, what we are having and what yoga is giving. In no way we can avoid the modern science also. Based on the modern science and along with yogic practices, certain things can be rectified or it is going to be a remedy. But on the other hand, still there are somebody sticking on to this proverb, நம்ம தமிழ்ல சொல்லணும்னா மாற்றான் தோட்டத்து மல்லிகை தான் மணக்கும். எப்பவுமே நம்ம வீட்டுல இருக்கிறது எப்பவுமே தெரியாது. ஆனா நம்ம கிட்ட இருக்கிற ஒரு குவாலிட்டி, நம்ம வீட்டுல இருக்கிற விஷயம் நமக்கு பெருசா தெரியாது. Always, the neighbor's grass is used to be green always. மாற்றான் தோட்டத்து மல்லிகைன்றது. Usually, if you say that yoga is going to help you in many ways, in a subtle level, it is going to help you. We are not ready to accept it. We won't, because we need all, in every aspect, we need instant in anything. It may be recovery from medicines, or it may be to lose your weight. It may be to whatever you seek for. You expect yoga to give instant relief, but it is not possible, because it is going to be it has to be taken into your life. It has to be practiced daily, and it is going to be a lifetime remedy for, or it is going to be a preventable medicine. Generally we used to say prevention is better than cure. Now we all are very taking care of ourselves in this COVID pandemic, and we are leaving the allopathy. We are trying lot of alternative medicines to take care of ourselves. And again, without the modern science, that is why in the brochure itself, you are very clearly, the organizers, they have given what is yoga and the traditional yoga, and how modern medicine is, modern science is helping. In this pandemic situation, you can see how it is going to work on the modern science also without the medicine. If it is through alternative medicine or the preventive medicine or any kind of other therapies, if it is possible to cure or to prevent, to come out of this pandemic, then why this many struggles? Why these many loss of life? We have lost many more. All over the world, we have lost many lives, and there are a lot of persons involved in finding the vaccine. And as a result, the modern science, it has proved that it has its role in to meet the demanding situation. So in this way, we have to accept it. So yoga, it is on another track, and the modern science, it holds its track on the other side. For that, we have to understand both the thing, we have to understand it very clearly. That is why I have given you the topic as demystifying yoga and modern science. That is, we have to understand very clearly. See, yoga, we know lot of informations we would have gathered about yoga so far, and whereas regarding modern science also, we know what the modern science, that is the modern medicine, which is given to us. So what yoga does is, the Bhagavad Gita in chapter 6:23 verse, it says that dukkha samyog viyogam yoga. That means it helps to regain our psychophysiological balance. That is by removing the root cause of the disharmony. Otherwise, there are a lot of sufferings within us that has to be addressed with, and this is possible to come out of or to get rid of this thing by yoga. That is what we can understand by this. And another thing, what this modern medicine and the yoga, in the two different things simultaneously, I'll be explaining. So that is what I have planned, and that is what my intention to. What is this modern science it does, and what is this yoga? I mean, the traditional yoga. Now what is its track? So this it will see what is the cause for the disease. Okay, and two different things. You have to take it very clearly. Yoga, it addresses health. Please understand in a better way. Yoga, it deals with health. It addresses health. Whereas on the other hand, the modern science, it is going to address the disease. So it two different things. It works on two different areas. So health, yoga, and modern science, it addresses disease. Now, what causes disease will be addressed by modern science, and the what causes health, how to improve your health, that can be through yoga. And modern science, it will teach us, or it will help us to avoid, to teach us about avoiding problems. It may tell us how to avoid problems. என்ன பண்ணினா நமக்கு பிரச்சனை வராது. How to avoid problems. Don't eat sugar. Don't take more sugar. Don't take too much fat. Don't do this. Don't do that. Then you will be prone to this problem. This is what the modern science, it will let us learn. On the other hand, this yogic knowledge, it will teach us about reaching the potential. Even after taking sugar, or even after we prone to obesity, we prone to hypertension, what is the way of reaching the potential to the maximum, the ability of ourselves? This is what it is. On the other hand, yoga helps us. And the modern science, it is going to be reactive. That is the absence of disease. Okay. So it is the medicine which is given to us. It will have a reaction, and then it will make the disease absent. On the other hand, what this yoga, traditional yoga, it will do, it will be